What is going on, guys? We are back playing some more Minecraft Unabridged, and I've been doing so much work off camera, but I think it has paid off because I think our base is looking really awesome. So I put in this path to lead from spawn to our base in case anyone wants to come and visit, because I mean, who wouldn't want to visit me? Come on. And then I lined what we have so far for the path with these wooden posts with some lanterns attached, and if you are curious, you can get this piece to jut out by just using the engineer's hammer on the wooden post. So I attached the lantern to that piece, and I think it looks great. It doesn't produce that much light, but it's fine because it looks good and does give off enough light so that things don't spawn right on the path at night. You just got to be kind of quick and try to avoid guys that are slightly off the path. So I put the lanterns on the house too because I think they go really nicely with it actually. I'm going to try and use these instead of torches wherever I can. But today we're actually not going to mess around with aesthetics. I will leave that for off camera. We are going to mess around with some machines because we finally have power. We got that all set up last episode, and now we can put it to good use, which will be very nice because I am so tired of going to spawn every time I have ores and need to put them in the tinker, smeltery, and whatnot. So I've gotten a sag mill and an alloy smelter, and we're going to hook those up upstairs so that we can finally get ore doubling in our base. Now that sounds funny because ore doubling should happen really quickly, but I guess, you know, we took our time getting there, but we finally got there, so that is all good. The first thing that I want to do though is put down the alloy smelter because we are going to need to make some energy conduits to start hooking up multiple machines to this. So I can make the conduit binder really quick, but first we should get the conductive iron going, which is just iron and redstone in there. So I have that on me. I'm probably only going to make 3 pieces right now just because we won't need that much, so it's kind of a waste. So we can put that in there, and I think we need to set this. It is on all. Okay, so it's just going slow. So that is fine there. And the next thing that I want to do is get the conduit binder going. So we can set that up down here and then just cook it in one of these furnaces. And I believe it is set up like so. Clay in the center. Awesome. So we'll make a lot of this. We're not going to need all of it right now, but we can just make it because eventually we're going to need it. And I think it makes more than 1 when it finishes smelting. I want to say it makes 4. Am I right? Yeah, okay, so I was right. We're only going to need 6, so all we got to do is wait for this one to finish, and then we are good to go. Awesome. We don't have that many machines that we're going to attach to this today, but it's not bad to have extra, because eventually we will have machines. Eventually we'll get some machines to put up here. So while that finishes, I want to talk about the blast furnace that I have here, because this does look a little out of place. I know it looks weird. It's not going to stay here. I just put it here because I don't want to put it outside. I'll probably put it in our basement eventually if I even keep it, but it was for making steel. And the reason I need steel is because I want to make the revolver from Immersive Engineering. So like I said, I'm really loving the mod Immersive Engineering. It is awesome, and I'm going to try and use it as much as I can. And one thing I noticed is there were some bullets here and there were some gun parts, and together those make the revolver. So it's really cheap. It takes 12 steel, which is just as much as I made. And then what you can do is add some upgrades to it, so you can add a bayonet, an extended magazine. There's something for like a speed reloader, all that good stuff. There's even one, I think it's this one, yeah. Revolver shots inflict shock damage. So I feel like this is going to be a really cool thing. I don't know if it'll be effective or not, but we're going to make that today, which is why I have this set up here. So we'll do that at the end of the episode though, just to mess around, have some fun. So we can make the conduits now, and there we go. So we got an energy conduit, and the reason I love these conduits so much is because unlike other mods, like if you're using mechanism, you can transport items and you can transport power, but those use separate blocks, whereas in mechanism you can hook up multiple conduits per block space, which I love. So you can have fluids and energy and items and all that good stuff all flowing and make it nice and compact and, you know, easy to manage. So that's why I love it so much. So what we can do is just line this back wall with it and start with the sag mill and then have it transfer over into the alloy smelter. So we just got to do the settings, make sure both of these are getting power, and let's see how fast this is getting drained. So it's actually not losing power too fast filling these up, so I think we should be okay with the water wheels for now, and eventually I'll make more, but we need to configure this so that it is pushing out that side, and I don't even know if we need to make this one pulling from this side, but we will. So it'll pull from that side, and then what we can do is I don't know if we want to put, we can put one chest up here and one chest up here if we make them like iron chests or something, but for now we can just put a regular chest above one and a chest to the side of the other one. Oh, I got my wood on me. We're running a little bit low on wood because I had to make charcoal for the blast furnace, so I'll have to go get some more wood later, but unfortunately when I was making tools or upgrading my current ones, I did not think to make an axe. So I'll do that later, and then I'll go chop some trees down. So for now we can do this, because if we were to put two on top, they would connect. So I've made that mistake before, where it just kind of looks stupid. So we will have this push out the side, and that should be all good. So we can start putting all of our ores down here and there. So we got gold, silver, lead, iron, lots of aluminum. I don't know why we have so much aluminum. It seems really abundant in this pack. Whenever I'm mining, I always get like way too many. I start skipping it because I really don't see a point in getting it. So we need to set this then to pull from the top, and we should be good. Awesome. So that is now working, and another thing I want to do is make a capacitor bank. So that is an Ender IO way of storing power, and the reason they are cool is because they store a lot of power, and what you can do is, as far as I'm aware, you can connect multiple to increase their power storage. So they can get up to a vibrant capacitor bank. So we'll start with this one. And I don't think these are the best way of storing power, but I'm trying to stray away from mechanism in these. So I know you can do, really quick 3 times ore multiplying in mechanism, but I'm trying to not use mechanism as much as possible because we did it so much in the Daybreaker pack. So this is really easy. We just need to make 4 of these, and I think we have everything we need for that. Just got to make some more gold nuggets. Okay, so we got that, and just need redstone. Okay, so 4 of those. Very nice. And the rest of the recipe was just a block of redstone and iron. A little bit low on redstone, but I think we should be able to make it through this episode without running out, hopefully. And there we go. So basic capacitor stores 1 million RF. And the nice thing is that it's got 4 charging ports. So yes, we will waste some energy from this right now. Actually, you know what? We can just put it back down and have it filter in here. So please let me pick it up. Yeah, awesome. We will have to go back outside and connect the wiring again. But we can throw this down, and there we go. Okay, so you can see that it's got 4 different ways to charge things. You can change the max input and the max output, and we can configure it so that it is outputting from that side and it's going to input from this side. And then we got to go back outside and hook it up. And it's nighttime, so you can see now what I was talking about. These don't put off much light, but they look cool. So, when you have them really close over here, it kind of works, but I wouldn't use them for the main source of light if you weren't just going for aesthetics. But that's what I'm doing, so why not? There we go, so now it is connected, and hopefully it is getting a charge. Only, what? It says it's only got 69 out of 100 and some. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it's putting, I was going to say, it's probably because it's outputting to the machines. What a number to have. So I hope it is charging these. Yeah, okay, so that's what it is. And what we can do now is just, I guess we can hook up the leadstone energy cell eventually, but I'm not super worried, so I'll just toss it down there for now. And you know what, actually, we can hook it up now. So we'll throw this down right here, and we will put it to output on that side. So hopefully it'll start stealing power from this to power the machines, and then this thing can start getting a charge. And the nice thing about this is that you can charge 4 things. So I did put flux on my pickaxe, so we should be able to charge that. Oh my god, why did I just do that? That was a really bad idea, because I should have waited until I had more power to add to this thing, because it's going to take so long to get charged, and I still had durability left on it. That was a horrible idea. Whatever, we'll make do. So the next thing that I want to do is also going to need to be charged. I want to make this electromagnet, which is really cool. It takes a charge and then pulls nearby items towards you. You have to shift right click to enable and disable. Must be powered, active, and in the hotbar. It's a lot of requirements. Or bobble slot to function. So it is pretty easy to make. It's going to take 4 conductive iron, so we can go start making that right now. Yeah, damn, we're going to have that notification up at the top that says 10% on our pickaxe until we charge it more. Okay, here we go. Let's, oh, you know what we can do? We can configure this. There should be an input and output, right? We'll just set this to input for now, because then all this power can transfer over. Should be good. And we can throw our pickaxe in there so that it'll get off 10% and won't just keep notifying us. And I guess what we can do is kind of pause this. Let's get this out of there. Oh my gosh. It's pushing everything in. No, we need the redstone and we need 4 pieces of iron. Okay, there we go. Redstone and 4 pieces of iron, and it should start. And we can just throw the rest of that in later. Okay, good. It is starting. Awesome. And this is transferring over here, which is charging our pick. We can take that back now. And while that is going, we can start working on what we're going to need to make the revolver. So we actually need, it's like an engineer's workbench. So if we go to Immersive Engineering, it is right here. So engineer's workbench, it's really easy to make. Just need more treated wood, which luckily we have some extra treated wood. And I also have more creosote if we need it. Let's just make sure, yeah, we got the treated wood right here. My inventory is getting so full. I think we needed a workbench too, right? Yeah, or crafting table. So make a crafting table, and we're gonna have these left over. Darn. Whatever. So we got the engineer's workbench. We can put that right here actually. Oh, it looks pretty it looks pretty cool. You got a vise. Awesome. So in here, the UI is like different. I don't really know how you make it or make stuff in here, so I might need to go off camera to figure out. All I know is that you need one of these to either make or upgrade the revolver. So yeah, I think you need it to upgrade the revolver. So we're gonna look at some upgrades later today, possibly like this amplifier electron tubes, because I think that looks really cool. But I think everything should be done upstairs now. We're doing like 2 things at once, doing 2 different projects at once, which is fine. Okay, so this is done. We can break that. And yeah, this stores, I think this stores more than this did. Oh, the inventory is so messy. So many seeds. Gosh. Okay, let's get this electromagnet going down here. Oh, you know what I forgot? We need to make a little bit more, so I should dump off all this random crap so that we can, you know, gotta keep it slightly organized. All this stuff can go back up here. The last thing that we need to make is some redstone, some gold, and we need some glowstone dust, because we are going to need to get some vibrant alloy. So we gotta take this stuff out again. It's just, no, let me replace you. There we go. Okay, we got that in there and that. So we only need 1 piece. So that is all good. We can take the rest of this out and put this stuff back in there. And we can get these back too. So essentially what we need is to make the vibrant alloy and then use that to, let me get this up here, under IO. So we get the vibrant alloy, and then we turn that into vibrant alloy nuggets, put it around an emerald, which luckily we did get one the very first episode when we were just starting out on the server. For some reason it was just lying around in the village. And then we're just going to need some electrical steel, which we can make from coal powder, an iron ingot, and silicone, which all we need to do is sag mill some clay, which we have, luckily. So we'll sag mill that. We're going to have to replace some of the ore that is in here right now. There we go. And then we're going to have to throw some coal in there too. You know what? I have charcoal on me. We actually need regular coal. I believe charcoal and coal produce different pulverized like dusts. Okay, so that can go back up there. No. What did it do to the coal? Oh, it did it really quickly. Okay, awesome. So we have what we need for that now, and we should have this energetic alloy, which we can throw back in here to make the vibrant alloy. Very nice. This is going to take so long to do. And the last piece of this that we need to make is going to be the electrical steel. So we already have that going. We just need to get some open space in the alloy smelter. Okay, so now it is good to go. So we need to put the silicone in there. Oh my gosh, okay. The silicone needs to go in there along with that and some iron. And we're going to need 2 pieces of that, so I will leave that in there for now. And we have our vibrant alloy, which we can turn into nuggets and put around the emerald. We'll have 1 leftover nugget. That's going to bother me so much. This can go here, and we are just waiting on the electrical steel now. So the last piece needs to finish, and then we are good to go. So I guess now is a good time to kind of discuss what I'm trying to do with this series, because you guys might notice I'm a little bit behind on machines and everything. So essentially I'm trying to go at my own pace and keep everything looking very nice and fancy, which is why I'm putting so much emphasis on how the outside of my base actually looks, because I want it to look good, I want it to look fancy, and I want to integrate, modded Minecraft into that. So that's why I'm using these lanterns from Immersive Engineering instead of just putting torches. That's why I wasted, that was weird, but that's why I wasted some wire over here when this is completely unnecessary. I've done the whole only go for machines and do stuff really quick, and now I kind of want to go for modded Minecraft that looks good for once. So that's why I'm putting an emphasis on, the aesthetics and all that. So if you guys were curious, that's why I'm doing it. And now we can bring this over here. This is getting a good charge, so we can throw this in here, let it charge for a little bit, and it is fully charged. So we got to get that in our hotbar now, and let's test it out. Let's throw some coal over there. Shift right click. It's nice and shiny. Let's see how close we have to get before it starts dragging it to us. Oh, that's awesome. It like pulls it into the air. You got to get relatively close though. Did it pick that up? What is it doing? Oh my god, okay, that was glitchy. Eventually I'll make a wireless charger so that my tools and all this stuff can get charged when I'm in here, but that does require a lot of different stuff and a slice and splice, so gonna try and stray away from that for now. But I believe it is time to start working on the revolver. Let's just make sure this is running again. Yeah, we gotta take this out so that it starts running again, and we gotta put this back on output for this side. Oh, and it even tells you how much RF you're using. I don't know if the other ones did that. And we'll get that out of there. Cool, so this is going, getting our 2x OR multiplication, and we can kind of throw some of this back in there. Awesome, because we do have a little bit on us that's supposed to be in there, but whatever. So we're going to grab the 12 steel out of here, and that should be good for making the revolver. So one of the pieces goes like this. That is the revolver hammer. One of the pieces is like this, and can't remember what the other pieces look like. So here we go, the revolver. This is the last piece right here that requires some. So we need iron around copper, and then we need steel all around that. And that is the last piece that requires that. And now all we have to do is grab some more of this treated wood and make some sticks out of it. I think that should be enough sticks. And then we do this, and we have 4 left over. We need this twice, and we put copper there. So that makes the wooden grips. So we put wooden grips on each side. That there. I might be missing a piece. Oh no, it's just iron. Okay, so it goes down at the bottom like this. Iron and that. Awesome, so we got a revolver. Let's see how, oh sweet, you can see the chambers for the bullets in there. That is awesome. Let's see how sick we look with this. Oh dude, that looks so badass. It'd look better if we didn't have dumb armor, but so you right click to shoot, and let's see what happens when we throw it in here. Okay, so it does look like it has 2 slots for upgrades. So what we can do, the different upgrades for this are the bayonet, which adds melee damage, the extended magazine, which increases the magazine size, the amplifier electron tubes, which makes it inflict shock damage, the speed reloader, I think that's an upgrade to it, revolver speed loader, unless that's a piece for one of these, because it doesn't have a description like the rest of them, but I assume maybe it's just self-explanatory. And then the hook bullet, which on shot tires to attach wire that is on the right side of the revolver. That seems like there might be a typo. I think it might be tries. It should be tries, maybe, I don't know. On shot tries to attach wire that is on the right side of the revolver. That might be what it's supposed to be, but I think we're going to stick with either the extended mag and the amplifier or the revolver and the amplifier. So the amplifier is what I want to make now, and I think we might need to go get a little bit more sand. Yeah, I think we do. We used all of it for, yeah, so we used all of it when we were making the conduit binders, but no problem. We can just get some from up here. I think we can pulverize cobblestone to make sand. We should be able to. Let's grab this out of there and throw this back in here. Yep. So we're going to need a little bit more than that. How much do we need? We need 5 pieces. I think we have some downstairs. Do we have any glass down here? Yes, we have 1 piece. So that'll do just fine what we have up here. And grab that stuff out. And then we can just cook it downstairs because the other one is busy. Oh, wow. Okay, so those are full of conduit binders. They're both full. Jeez. Okay, that's a lot of conduit binders. Let's get some inventory space in here. Dump all this in here. I'll clean this up later. I always say that and I never do. But I will actually clean this up later. We just need to get some glass. And then we can actually start making the electrum wire coils. So I actually don't know if we can make this one because we do not have that much electrum. We only have 4 electrum, unfortunately. So I guess we will have to do with making... We can't actually make any of this because we don't have any steel. Gosh darn. Okay, so I guess we won't do any upgrades for this episode, but still, this looks awesome. And one thing I want to do later is if we look at all the different ammo, which you can see here, all this different ammo. You got castle cartridge, the armor piercing cartridge, buckshot, high explosive, dragon's breath. I think that one will be really cool. Homing cartridge, wolfpack cartridge, and silver cartridge. So I don't think all of these go strictly to this because I don't think we would have dragon's breath or buckshot for the revolver, but we will have the high explosive, armor piercing, all that good stuff. Actually, no, we might only have these 2 and homing. I don't know, but we'll have to see what ammo goes with this, and when we find out what it is, we can hopefully automate it, because if we look at what we need for this, you need gunpowder, an empty casing, and then certain things for each kind. So this one just requires lead, so I think we could probably automate this depending on how the workbench goes, and I think that'd be really cool. But that's it for today, guys. Sorry the episode was so all over the place. I had a lot to do, and there was a lot of time on camera where I didn't want to make you guys wait for something to happen. So we just kind of jumped around with projects. But now we have machines running. We got an electromagnet. We can charge our pick. We got a cool revolver, which doesn't have any ammo, but still looks badass nonetheless. And yeah. So I'd say all in all, a good day. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the episode, feel free to give it a like. And I would really urge you guys to go check out the guys in the description, as they're uploading so much and they have awesome bases and all that stuff. They're a lot further ahead than me. So you should check them out if you want to see some solid progression on the server. And just because they're awesome guys. So as always, check them out. And I will talk to you guys later.